We're doing a video on Clearwater, Florida residential real estate. We're going to concentrate on what's happened in the last day, and we're going to look at the overall market for Clearwater. For today, there are 1,080 listings available. If you look down in the bottom of look at my cursor, 1,080. Pending transactions are 284 transactions, and the solds, I always like to go -7, -37 to get a 30-day sold, because sometimes it takes some time for them to be reported. So in this case, it shows there are 287 transactions in the month in a 30-day period. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to look at the single family homes and compare single family homes to the actives and pendings. There's 314 single family homes. And the reason there's so few is because there's so many condos and townhouses. Under the pendings, there's 162. And we're going to look at the solds for today, because there were two very interesting solds today. One of them was mine, but we're going to look at all of them. Oh, it didn't show up. Well, that's not good. Oh, it did show up. Okay, here it is. This was $99,000, and it sold for $159,000. They probably had multiple offers. I'd say they might have had dozens of offers. Pretty interesting stuff. All right, that wasn't the reason I made the video, but it's intriguing. This is the reason I made the video. This was my listing, and this video was being sent out to everybody that reached out about this property to let them know it did sell and to give them an update on the market. So $209,000, it sold for $203,000. $275,000 sold for $275,000 in 3 days. Is that, well, it looks like to me like it's staged, but let's not be critical. 319 sold for 310. $310,000 in Clearwater. This is what you get. $465 sold for $432. It's got a pool, and it's got a nice pool. Okay, so $432,000, $261 a square foot. This looks like, well, it looks like new construction. It's not. $489 sold for $470, $267 a square foot. $625 sold for $590, $291,000 a square foot. And $895 sold for $887 in 4 days, $384,000. I'm sure it's very nice. All right, so now we're going to talk about the active listings. The bottom end of the market is where I was on my over Leah. So let's go ahead and see what the market looks like. I imagine that the people who called on over Leah are buyers that are looking for deals. They're investors, or it's cash deals, so they're cash buyers, but they're looking for what's cheap. This is 1 day on the market, $130,000, as is, with the right to inspect. If you haven't watched my video, as is does not mean as is. It actually is a big deal for first-time home sellers to watch the video, and you'll see what the issue is. $230,000 been on the market for 57 days. $230,000, 73 days. Now, you know my theory. I'll share it with you. 234. Okay, this is 2 days. All the good deals sold in the first 2 weeks, 10 days, 7 days. This is 2 days on the market. So it may or may not be a good deal. But if it was 200 days on the market, we know it wasn't. But the two days on the market means that it hasn't had a chance to become an old and stale listing. $235 for 17 days on the market. $239, 15 days on the market. Garage conversion. $239, it's a short sale. If you don't know about short sales, don't buy a short sale if you're in a hurry. Okay, this is $245,000. It's only been on the market 3 days. So we don't know if this is an overpriced listing. When it's 15 days and more, we know that it wasn't such a great deal, that it got grabbed up in the first 7 days. All right, this is $245,000. I don't want to be critical. I don't know if that's a good deal. It looks pretty high to me, but who knows? All right, 247,000 for a bank-owned property, 18 days on the market. Looks awfully condo-like. Boy, this is a 2-2. Go into Pasco County and look what you can get for 2-2 condos. $250,000 been on the market for 11 days, and 250,000 been on the market for 16 days. Anyway, I'm Randy Jenkins. I made this video because I wanted to reach out to the people who reached out to me about Overlia. Putting this on YouTube anyway, just to be able to use it as valuable content. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.